I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never Oh, hi, Mark. Welcome to Ranking the Studio Albums, Chumbawamba edition. I'm Chris Norwood, on a journey to hear every song ever recorded, and I have listened to every song ever recorded by the Chumbawamba Band. They've got a lot here. Now, they have unfortunately disbanded. They haven't been active for probably, 9 years or so. But they've got a large body of work, and I was very surprised by what I found when I eventually went through it. I know a lot of us are familiar with, I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never going to keep me down. Yeah. It's one of those times where the band's, kind of their one hit was something so different from the rest of their catalog that it was kind of unfortunate for them that it really was not a good representation of what they're about. With 14 records, that was the only song that sounded like that. It wasn't even their main vocalist singing the lead vocal on that. So let's just jump into this because there's 14 albums to tackle. I do have some of these on physical copy. I got one of them. I won't lie. I'm not going to brag. Okay. So their worst album, we're starting with the worst and working our way up to the best, is going to be 1994's Anarchy, which if you are familiar with the band, you realize they were kind of one of the more extreme anarchistic bands out there. They did a lot of weird stuff. Like they made some money off of a car commercial and then they used it to almost sabotage that car company. They threw Gatorade on a political figure. They talked a lot about being happy that bad things happen to police officers. A lot of really extreme stuff, and it was, part of the band. So, Anarchy is their worst album in my opinion. It's just one of several albums by them that I just could not get into, could not enjoy. It says here that this one was a pop alternative rock anarcho-punk. I just did not enjoy this one. It was produced by them and some other guy. I can't show you the album artwork. It's too controversial, but look it up if you want to see some controversial artwork with Chumbawamba's Anarchy. Coming in next, this one, a little bit of a less controversial album cover. This is going to be Swingin' with Raymond. It's a photograph of Raymond Mills, who they selected for his tattooed hands. I don't see any tattoos on his hands. So this one had the singles Just Look at Me Now, Ugh, Your Ugly House. Really long album at 47 minutes, and it was a pop record. So their stylistic changes are just so all over the place. It's just really, really striking, really crazy discography we got going on here. And the changes just keep coming. The next album, released in 2002, is going to be Ready Mades. And this one, again, a longer album. It's the anarcho-punk, I don't know how to say that, anarcho-punk hard rock album. But it's got elements of contemporary and traditional folk music. And ready-mades are everyday objects. Again, this one was just kind of a meh for me. So let's just get on to some better Chumbawamba records. The next one, I actually really love the title. It's a Never Mind the Ballads, play on the famous Sex Pistols record. Again, this one's 35 minutes long, released in 1987. This band has been around some time. But this is it's their second album by anarchist punk band. These are definitely the most anarchist musicians that you'll ever hear about. at least in mainstream, right? Are they mainstream? Are they not mainstream? I don't know, but this one had a little bit of interesting music. There was some folk, punk, and alternative rock elements mixed in with the anarcho punk stuff. So yeah. Coming up next, we got a 90s record in Slap. Again, I'm still not digging this stuff. It's just pure anarcho-punk. Am I saying that right? How do you say anarcho-punk? In the comments, people. In the comments. A long record. Well, really overstaying their welcome, and they don't care because they're anarchist. Chasing PCs, flee attack by own dog. Reports testament I never gave up. Slap! That's how Grateful are and Meinhof. So just weird stuff. Okay, so maybe I could have done better notes. I had to pause there because I needed to figure out what album I was talking about when I just had dog written down. This is, I used to love acronyms back when I was in high school. WYSIWYG. I've forgotten the letters already. Anarcho-punk. Buddy. Okay. So, nice little dog on the cover. Not a great album cover. Released in 2000. Recorded in 99 to 2000. It's a pop, dance pop, alternative rock, experimental record. And this is where things start to turn on the tides a little bit with this band and me. As this record starts the upward incline of my relationship with the band. None of that made sense. But I actually like some of the songs on this one. You got, really weird track listing. I'm with Stupid, Shake, Shake, Shake. Hey, hey, we're the junkies. You guys like the monkeys? So, the physical impossibility of death in the mind of Jerry Springer. Smart Bomb, Knickers, Lie, 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 and Dumbing Down. Moses with a Gun, Celebration Florida, Ladies for Compassionate Lynching, Jesus in Vegas, www. I'm coming out, I'm in trouble again. This is a really, really interesting record. Kind of experimentation done in the right way. So guys, with a band, this band is in my blue section, which means that I will listen to all of their catalog, but I will typically not buy a lot of their CDs or, physical media or whatever. And I was really surprised. I had to look at my list long and hard, the ranking, because usually if I have a physical copy of a band's album, it's usually my favorite album by them, if I only have one, right? But, oddly enough, I have the physical copy of my next favorite, Chumbawamba, Tub Thumper. And this was, almost all of our introductions to the band. And I got this as a gift from my parents. Oh, I just have such fond memories of getting these mid to late 90s records from my mom and dad. My mom's no longer with us. And man, this is one that I got from my parents when I was a young teenager. I'd say I was 12, probably 12 when this came out. And yeah, me and my parents were astounded by the variety of content on this record. Yeah, Tub Thumping is the annoying Home Alone anthem of 97 and 98 and 99, and just about darn near for like 10 years there, you couldn't escape the song. But did anybody ever know any other Chumbawamba songs other than nerds like me? Amnesia was good. Drip, Drip, Drip was interesting. The Good Ship Lifestyle, kind of a highlight for me back then. Creepy Crawling, Mary Mary, and maybe Scapegoat. But this is just... I was expecting 90s alternative or pop rock, and this was something on a whole completely different. While we're here, we've still got a lot of more albums to cover, guys. I cannot speak tonight. I haven't done a video in a little bit. My power was out. But let's just do an unboxing real quick while we're here, while we got it. Okay, maybe I'll do another one if you guys like it. We got there's the cover. There's the back cover. This is, it's an interesting album. Again, I really didn't know what I was getting myself into, but that happened with a lot of 90s bands. I know with Green Day, my introduction to Green Day was Good Riddance. I had heard of them in elementary school, but it was not until a drive to school where me and my mom fell in love with Good Riddance. And then we got Nimrod, and whoa! This band's cussing. This band's playing some kind of form of really fast-paced rock and roll that does not sound like Good Riddance at all. How's our copy look, guys? Oh, you guys see my setup there? My cheap YouTube setup? Yeah, the baby again. Ooh, scary baby. And you got this cool guy in the back, spitting flames, as Chumbawamba could do. So, that was pretty fun. You got that big anthem that everybody knows made Chumbawamba kind of a household name just by being a one-hit wonder. Let's keep rolling. Is the name of this album. Originally had a different album name, which is a little bit more offensive, and consisted almost entirely of samples of other music. And this is really strange. Let me see what I got. So, again, kind of almost tied with Tub Thumper for me. A lot of really interesting things. Just really extremely different experimentation, but it is kind of leaning into the alternative rock, which I'm attracted to. So even though it is really wacky, really weird, digging So something that I was not expecting at all, even after I got past the point of saying, okay, this band is way different than Tub Thumper. I didn't know how far they would go into certain areas of music. My next, this is going to be my 6th favorite Chumbawamba album in English Rebel Songs 1381 to 1984. So this one was a cappella folk music. And at first, and this has happened a few times in going through entire discographies, where you're listening to an entire album and you're like, wait, am I playing the right thing? Is something wrong with Spotify? Is something wrong with the CD? What is happening? This entire album was a cappella, and at first, I just didn't know how to deal with that. How to accept it. I just had no idea. And then you come to find that multiple albums are a cappella, and you're like, wait a minute, did this band what are the band members doing? There's like so many members of Chumbawamba, and yeah, a lot of a cappella albums that just really throw you for a loop. This next one's really cool, guys, and this is a big part of their discography. Let me see if is there an alternate? I don't even think they have the picture. But Pictures of Starving Children Sell Records, the debut album from 1986. This band is almost as ancient as I am. I got them beat by a year, and this was, and this is the beginning. This is their debut album, And this was a punk rock record. It's got some experimental pop, some folk punk, post-punk, and anarcho-punk, as always. But it's mostly a punk rock record. So if you were following this band in the beginning, you would really be just all over the place. You start punk rock, and then you go like pop, and then you go folk, and then you go a cappella for 4 or 5 or 6 or 20 albums. What? Guess what, guys? We have been through so many Chumbawamba albums. Like I said, there's 14 from 86 to I think 2011. And we're just now getting into the top picks, from my opinion. This next one is really good. This one is called Un Chumbawamba. And as you can guess, I don't know what could be Chumbawamba because they do so much. But this one's just a pure anarcho-punk with The Wizard of Menlo Park as a single and On eBay, which those were both really good singles in my opinion. And Everything You Know Is Wrong, A Man Walks Into a Bar, I Did It for Alfie, Rebel Code. This is just a really great album. Got some really good reviews from All Music, Leeds music scene. Robert Christgau did not like it. So that guy, good old Robert G. So it's actually been 10 years we've been without Chumbawamba. Can you believe that? 10 years. It's very sad. I hope they're doing other things they enjoy. I hope they continue to make music in some other capacity, maybe. So this was A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Chumbawamba. That's a lot of letters in there. And this is my third favorite Chumbawamba record. Can you believe it? We're here. Finally, top 3 Chumbawambas. This one I enjoyed. Looks like 4 out of the 17 tracks were amazing. But that doesn't mean the other ones were bad. Torturing James Hetfield is a highlight on here. That's really fun. I think they were angry at James Hetfield of Metallica fame for being supportive of the military using his music to torture people, and that's not something that Chumbawamba is okay with. Don't torture people. I gotta catch my breath for this because my second favorite, I can't believe this, my second favorite Chumbawamba record is called, I don't know if I can do it, The Boy Bands Have Won, and all the copyists and the tribute bands and the TV talent show producers have won if we allow our culture to be shaped by mimicry, whether from lack of ideas or from exaggerated respect. You should never try to freeze culture. What you can do is recycle that culture. Take your older brother's hand-me-down jacket and restyle it, refashion it to the point where it becomes your own, but don't judge, just regurgitate creative history or hold art and music and literature as fixed, untouchable, and kept under glass. The people who try to guard any particular form of music are, like the copyist and manufactured bands, doing it the worst disservice, because the only thing you can do to music that will damage it is not change it, not make it your own, because then it dies, then it's over, then it's done, and the boy bands have won. It's this is my second favorite album. The boy bands have won. Chumbawamba. The paragraph is on the front. It's very, very dramatic, very punk rock. And this one, I actually enjoy 7 out of the 25 songs on this record. 25 songs. And let me see let me see if I can give you some highlights of this. Add Me is good. I wish that they'd sack me, and Sing About Love. Charlie is a traditional song. The Ogre. So many really good songs. And again, this one was kind of a stripped down folk record. Just really, really great. Are you guys ready for the greatest Chumbawamba record of all time? It's going to be, and I was surprised. I got to be honest, it's been a little bit, it's been a minute since I've listened to Chumbawamba. I believe it was maybe a year or two ago. And I was really surprised at my number one pick being, get ready for fireworks, a sing-song and a strap. Near perfect folk record. Chumbawamba. Killing it. 42 minutes, 40 seconds on the No Masters label. Released in October 2005 on an 11th. All the songs are written by Chumbawamba except for Bank Robber, which was a Clash cover. I cover that song so much. Every time I pick up a guitar, I'm playing Bank Robber. Daddy was bank robber, but he never nobody. He just loved to live that way, and he loved to steal your money. Some are rich and some are poor. That's the way the world is. Daddy was a bank robber, but he never hurt nobody. Oh man, I miss Joe Strummer. So the other one that was not written by Chumbawamba was a Bella Caio. It's a traditional Italian song arranged by Chumbawamba, recorded in the wake of the controversial death of activist Carlo Giuliani. And he died in protest Look it up. Look it up. So, this has been Ranking the Studio Albums by the Chumbawamba edition. It's been a first time where the one in my collection was not the best one. Maybe I need to get a copy of that, of a sing song and a strap. Maybe on vinyl. Now that I got my vinyl records set up, ready to go. Maybe I need to add some Chumbawamba to my physical collection. Let me know if you guys have some Chumbawamba thoughts, ideas, prayers, what have you. But sing song and a strap, the best one. Thank you guys. Have a good night.